crazy to you? That level of crazy?
Yes, Greeny, it's that level of crazy. If the Dallas Cowboys draft a quarterback in the first round, I would say that's organizational malpractice. Listen, for Dak Prescott, you either want him or you don't want him. But what you can't do is say, hey, we're going to put you in this last year of your deal. You've got a huge cap number. We're not going to extend you. And we're also not going to give you an offensive line to block for you, a starting running back, or a third wide receiver. We're going to say, go out there, Dak, and try to make it happen. Good luck. Now,
Good
if
luck,
they can
buddy.
draft a guy like Michael Penix Jr. in the second round, yeah, I'd be completely open for that. But the last time my mama talked to me, she told me that two wrongs don't make a right. You can't not extend Dak, tell him to go play on this last year of his deal, and draft a quarterback who's not going to help him or the Cowboys win this year. It makes absolutely no sense. All respect to Mike T.
Except that it's
except
exactly
that
what Green Bay did once upon a time by taking Aaron Rodgers, and it's exactly what they did again by taking Jordan Love, and it kind of looks like the right thing to do. And let me make it clear where I'm coming from on this. Like, it's not up to the Cowboys whether Dak Prescott is their quarterback long-term, or at least it's not exclusively up to them, right? He has so much leverage in this situation, Jeremy. If he decides, I don't want to be back in Dallas after this year, there's not a whole lot they can do about it.
Yeah, Greeny, considerable leverage. He's got a $61 million cap hit this year. He's got dead money on his contract next year, whether he walks or not. Now, I did talk to somebody with the Cowboys who said the notion out there that they don't want Dak Prescott beyond 2024 is false. They certainly still see him as their long-term option, but I would describe their negotiations so far on a contract extension is pretty
What
passive.
negotiations?
It has not been very aggressive yet. Nothing is
We
heated
don't
up
need
yet.
no
But
negotiations.
Tell this offseason has been spending zero money in free agency. They only have a few draft picks in the first 5 rounds. They have to fill a ton of needs. So they're set up to pay Dak, Ceedee Lamb, all these guys.
What do you think?
The window to win is now. You can't pivot to a rookie quarterback. That advantage you get from a rookie quarterback only works if you are sure that that quarterback can play. And there's no quarterbacks at that pick that you are so sure about. Dak Prescott is in the prime of his career. He was the best passer in football a year ago.
What?
This is a result of Jerry Jones' waffling in the public, and now it's going to continue to play into your locker room because Dak Prescott is watching this show like everybody else.
I'm with that. No,
Actually,
again,
he's not.
Dak,
Don't
if you
flatter
were watching,
yourself.
Let me make it clear. This is not about you not being good enough. This is about you having put yourself in a position where you get to dictate something almost no NFL players ever get to do. He gets to tell Jerry Jones
To go
whether he wants to
stick
come
it.
back or not. Earlier we showed.
All right, good people. What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope everybody's having a great day. It is Cray Cray in Cowboys land. And since it is Cray Cray today, I had to get the mailman on here because we are literally going to be going on a journey together in a little over a week. What's up, mailman? How are you doing?
Good evening, Mark Holmes. How are you?
I don't
my
know if it's a
friends?
good evening or not, man. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on, just like Joanne Gonzalez is trying to figure out, as well as Crystal Caramel Corn wants to know what the hell is going on with the Dallas
going on,
Cowboys.
Crystal?
Brad Harris, Big Spank Dog, Thomas Garrett here. Curtis is in the house.
What's
Curtis.
up, Curtis?
Derek Young's here. Chris Bay.
Ruben Walls.
Ruben Walls. What's going on? Derek Young, Brad Harris.
Alan
Oh, my
Williams.
goodness. We got everybody up in here. Ruben Walls. All right. Did I miss any of the other lovely? There's
think you're
Roland's
good, man.
Review. Stacy
Stacey's
Schubert.
in the
What's up,
house.
Stacy? All right. So, Ceedee Lamb. No show. No show for voluntary
Good for him.
workouts.
Good for
Are you
him.
scared?
Good for him. No.
You're not scared?
Not at all. Good for CD. Good for CD. What's up, Thomas?
Good for Ceedee.
Listen,
Wait,
man.
whoa, 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 whoa,
No.
whoa, whoa,
What are
whoa,
you
whoa.
taking- Here
You're
we
saying
go
this is a
again.
good thing?
Cowboy. Get the. Why does he gotta? Why does he have to? They're not even talking to him. They're not even doing nothing. He needs to, light a fire under him. It worked for Zeke, didn't it? It worked for Zeke. Go get yourself a contract. CD.
Well, here's what I will
Justin
say.
Jefferson's doing the same thing. He's contemplating the same thing. Good.
Here's what I will say is
You ain't messing with me.
I'm happy that he's doing it now. Because here's what happened with Zeke. I think the Cowboys got complacent because Zeke showed up for OTAs. And there's like, oh, Zeke's not going to hold out, so we don't have to worry. We'll do it when we feel like doing it, right?
Yeah.
And then they didn't do anything during OTAs where, he's got his hand out and saying, okay, I'm here doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm waiting for you guys. And they did nothing. So it was like, oh, okay, all right. I ain't showing up for training camp. I'm going to Cabo. And then, of course, Jerry Jones still, remember the Tony Pollard game? He ran well. Zeke
Yeah.
Zeke. So my thing is this. If I am a player, and I've seen now, because Des Bryant's out here saying, this is the same things that happened to me.
Yeah.
Why would I want to go ahead and cut you some slack? Why would I want to give you some break? Right?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Listen, here's the deal. You saw what happened with Devontae Smith this afternoon. He signed a deal, right? He signed a deal early.
Yeah,
What
Lady
that
Libra
allows
is
you to
like,
do-
oh, Lordy.
What that allows you to do is to take a little less because you're getting it 2 years early.
You're actually getting a
basically.
guarantee down the road. That's what you're
But
getting.
you know what I mean? It's a win-win for both. But by waiting, making the player sweat, and then if said player goes out and balls out, now you are holding. Now it hurts the club, and it's not the player's fault. It's not Dak's fault. It's not none of their faults. But that's the fault of management by allowing them to drag on. Now, I think this is going to get done, people. This is an easy one. I don't really. You're going to be paid the top wide receiver. Justin Jefferson is waiting for CDs, and then Justin Jefferson will slide just ahead of him. That's how it works.
Here's what I would say that maybe is a positive on this, besides the fact that he's trying to get Catboy, off his fat ass. Okay, I shouldn't say that about Stephen Jones. He might be,
He's
one day
probably skinnier
he
than
might
you.
do me a favor one day or something.
You never know.
As Dan Salio says, has Mark Holmes ever had Stephen Jones on his show? Well, probably
Not
never
yet.
will with all the shit I've said about him.
Yeah. If he
Okay.
Googles you at all,
Lordy.
your
Mark
LinkedIn
Holmes
page
and Stephen
gone.
Jones. Oh, but no, actually, it depends on which videos he gets. If we're lucky, he sees the ones where I was defending him making the moves he did last year, the early part. Okay, when you were literally cussing me out, and I was like,
last year,
"Catboy, he's doing it."
Yeah. Me, I'll never get. Well, I can't say it, but I
Okay.
will never get anything from Stephen Jones. Put it that
All
way.
right, we'll leave it right there on that. But be that as it may, the good thing maybe is the fact that he wants a contract means he wants to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Well,
so
yeah.
well, no, think about
Who doesn't?
No, remember. Hold on, but there could have been some question there. Remember what happened after they lost? What Mama said? How many times? Listen,
Cowboys had to go with Mr.
I don't know how
Dak.
old you are, man, but when Mama
you do.
said something, because my mama would say, "Go get a switch." Okay, and for those of you who don't know
I
what
had
a
to go get
switch
the belt.
is,
I literally had to go get the belt that I'm going to get my ass beat with.
You know
That's
what? The-
nothing
no, no,
worse
no,
than
no,
telling
bro,
a kid,
bro.
Go get me
The
the
belt.
weapon that's going to make you bleed.
No.
I know.
The-
It sucks.
no,
It's
listen.
nothing. Yeah, it's nothing.
you get those
My
willow
mother died.
branches,
My mother hit
those
me in
whips.
the head with a wooden spoon.
Oh shit! And listen,
Like a gravy spoon.
bro, I'm telling you, man, that switch. You
She
better
was
not
not funny.
listen. You better. I messed around one time.
Help the Lord, Jesus.
I messed around and I got myself a switch that was dry. It was dead. And when she hit me with it, it broke. I was like, oh, I'm going to go out and get one. And so don't make mama go
my
out and get a
mother
switch
was a
because,
tight
man,
man.
ooh, that's your ass, literally.
There was one time my sister was in a mood and she didn't want to eat. My mother said, "Eat it or wear it," and my sister said, "Wear it." And my mother picked it up and threw it all over. My mother didn't play no games.
Okay, so
Trust me.
CD's mama kind of said, Dak ain't it.
My mama.
So, my mama said, but he wants to be a
Mama
Cowboy.
said.
So I guess in some regards, that's good news that he's like, I ain't going nowhere,
Yeah.
or I
that's
don't
what he
want to
said.
go anywhere.
Well, either the Stephon Gilmore, but he's not offered a contract, so it's nice. It's nice that they want to stay. He ain't going nowhere. It's just dumbfounding. You don't have to listen. the take. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, this whole rumor about Jimmy Johnson, I don't believe it's a rumor. I heard it yet again when Dan Sileo was interviewing. Who the hell was he interviewing now? Oh, he was interviewing Dave Wannstedt yesterday.
Yeah, I saw
or
that. Yeah.
Friday, and is getting together with Jimmy in a couple weeks after the draft.
Yeah. Let me
And
say,
so-
Miss Hot Sauce, what's up?
What's up, Lola? So yeah, hey Jeff, how are you, buddy? Chris Lemon in the house. What's up,
Burning for
So,
Lola.
yeah.
Okay. Jeff
So-
Lee, what's up, Jeff? Twiz Digger. Now,
There he is.
you know what? Now that Twiz is here.
I said gravy, and he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
The gravy, staring the gravy.
Twiz, I don't know if you realize what you were doing,
Busting
man.
through the cups.
You know what you did, bro? You crossed the beams in Ghostbusters. You crossed the beams here. Because come Wednesday at 3:30, me and Dan are going to be doing a show together. How you like them apples? And I really like it because Dan is really hard on you Eagles. So it's kind of like I can tag team with one of your own. So tune in for that one, Twiz. Thank you very much. And we'll be talking about the draft and Eagles issues and Cowboys issues and stuff. We're going to be doing something. Basically, I'm going to be the outsider trying to talk about the Eagles from what I see from where I'm sitting and vice versa, which I think will be kind of cool. All right, so you think that Micah should do the same thing as Ceedee Lamb?
I do.
What about Dak?
Well, Dak, I've been saying for 2 years, Dak needs to come out publicly, but he refuses. I've told you that. He needs to be a little bit, he's gotten better. He's taken less of the blame lately in the last year or so in the post-game press conferences, but I would like him. I've been wanting him to go into the room. Flex. I don't know that he hasn't, but there's nothing. He doesn't have an NDA. He can come out and do an interview. You see players do it all the time. Say, yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. Because I got news for you, Mark. This whole we love our own, we're good at drafting, we don't want free agency. This is what it leads to. Okay, it leads to you drafting great players. Congratulations, Stephen Jones and Will McClay. You've drafted great players, and when their contract is up, they leave and go win a Super Bowl in another city. That's what happens. So that's what happens. Look at all of our greats. DeMarcus Ware, we had to let him go, went and won. I mean, there's been linebackers that went to Kansas City and won. There's, you want to go win a Super Bowl, go to Dallas, get your big deal and go win a Super Bowl. It ain't going to be with us. So,
yeah,
that's how I feel
hear
about
what
it.
you're saying on that. But you know what? I think the thing is the Cowboys covet the draft so much. And they look at it and they think, man,
they
we're just great.
overvalue their own players as well.
Right, and they don't want to let them go. They think that we've got the greatest player of all time and we can't let them go.
Or they let them all go.
But here's what doesn't make sense is if you believe in your players and that you're doing a great job at drafting them, then why is it you run them through the mud and try and make them feel worthless before you finally sign it? That you literally have to get to the last. That's the thing that I don't understand. Why is it your way? Okay, Devontae Smith now. Okay, do you think Devontae Smith is worth $25 million?
You're worth what someone's willing to pay you.
True.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Here's how I look at it.
I do.
Okay. Here's how I look at it is technically, yes, his contract is $25 million. Right? But it's not in today's money.
Right. I know what you're saying, but you're getting it now, Mark.
Because he had the 5th-year option and because he had this year's contract, we're paying you in today's dollars 2 years from now.
And you're getting it now. He's
Right.
guaranteed
So
money
2
now.
years
He
from
breaks
now,
his leg,
so let's say
he's got his money.
Yeah, so let's say now Ceedee Lamb gets 32 and you got 35 for Justin Jefferson and then Tyreek Hill gets a new one. the number is going to be $40 million by the time he's ready to get another contract. So you saved money. See, if the Cowboys had did that with Ceedee Lamb last year, they probably would have had him like 23.
Now, listen, I'm not, sitting here to, and going to tell you that the player and the agent aren't going to come back to the owner and go, all right, we need to do something with this contract. Yes, but the bottom line is you now have control of the situation. You could give him whatever bonuses, roster bonus. You could make it up to the player, but in your way. You're not going to rip up a contract, but you could throw him some money, kind of like what they did with Zach Martin if it were to happen. So, but again, this is exactly what we're talking about. There's no reason why Ceedee Lamb doesn't have a contract by now.
Again, and it's still continuing to wait. It's still.
Then use that said money that you created by waiting against the player and throw it up to the fans with their minions, reporters coming live from the Star. That's the Star. I live here. That's the Star. I'm the guy. You come here.
We're making enemies today, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're literally
here for the
we are
facts.
literally making enemies tonight. Okay.
Listen, man, I'm just saying.
You want to throw 105 the fan under the bus too?
Who? Listen, man.
Okay.
All I gotta say is one thing to Sean, right? Cowboys Mafia is real. Hashtag Cowboy Mafia. Let's get that going. So, but yeah, again, CD's not going nowhere, people. It's just going to cost us more. And there we go. Now, is it Cowboy? Okay, Cowboys. All right. I needed to know because I've been hashtagging it every time I post a video. Maybe you should do the same thing, Mark.
But the Cowboys Mafia?
Like in your description,
Oh,
put a
yeah.
small description. And that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been doing it, but me doing it, I'm only 9,000 subs in. So,
Bro, stop belittling yourself. Okay, because here's the thing. Shout out to Josh Garcia who says, I'm starting to think that the loss to Green Bay, Jimmy Johnson went to the Joneses and had a long talk with them. That was not fake when Jimmy expressed anger. It may be. And it may be that the Cowboys are saying, all right, we can go through. This is what I honestly think it could be. I think the Cowboys are looking and saying, okay, let's take this as a redshirt year. Let's go ahead and take Dak's $55 million this year. CD will wait till the offseason to get his deal done, maybe. Same thing with Micah Parsons. Because at the moment, what you have next season is $100 million in cap space.
$100 million.
$100 million as we're currently constructed. And so you can kind of say, all right, we want to know who's going to be our ride and die guys. How are you going to act with the situation? And I will say something interesting kind of happened with me. I'm not going to go into all the details and all that, but it was funny because I felt like I was being actually tested to see if I was going to do what they thought I was going to do. And I was doing what I was going to do, which was what I think they thought I would do. And then they kind of came back with something that was like, oh. And I felt like that was kind of like a test to see, are you going to be bitter about what you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, I know. Okay. All right. So okay, let me see if I can explain it this way. That they're doing this thing with the contracts to see how they react. To see if they're going to throw a tantrum and say, trade me, get rid of me, this, that, and the other, to see how they're going to react. And when they don't react with the whole thing of F you, then they reward them. Because it's like, okay, they're really in.
Wow. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Wow. If that's the case, Dak should have had his mega deal.
Oh, he should have. But because here's the reality of it.
Squat. He says nothing but nice things when he's been treated like a jackass.
Yeah, that literally every year it's like
it's a
new flavor to replace them every year. And the thing about going through on your last year, your contract, though, is think about it. What happens if you end up having the catastrophic injury, heaven forbid?
Well,
that's it. You're done. There's no security. At least Devontae Smith knows I got, $50 million guaranteed? I could break my leg tomorrow. At least I know I've got security at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's where I can say, now, we've mentioned Dan's name too many times today, but damn. But
I
he
didn't, you did. It's your,
okay.
that's your
Well,
new bestie.
you actually no, you were talking about him with Dave Wannstedt.
Well,
Don't act like you didn't bring him up too.
If you talk to him, ask him about Jimmy friggin' Johnson. I've seen it twice.
I've asked him about that, and he said he's not going to be in the war room, and he's doing some consulting with them and stuff.
In?
But
I want to see Jimmy's. His Aquanet hair, haircut edge hanging over his head, not moving, yelling. That's what I want to see.
But see, you're missing one point here. Jerry Jones may get some consult from him, but if he brought him in fully, that would be Jerry Jones admitting that he made a mistake. Jerry Jones is not going to admit that he made a mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
But then again, here's the other side of the equation: is Jerry Jones knows that he's got less years in front of him.
Do you want to be right or do you want to win? Okay.
Well,
you tell me he's ready
or do you want to just be filthy rich?
Well, he's going to be rich regardless. Okay. Everything he does. You know what Jerry Jones is? He's like one of these people. Like, what do they call these companies that come in and buy another company and then fire everybody and just break off all the parts? That's what they do. They suck everything out of a company and move on.
Dirty Sanchez in the house. What's up, Dirty?
What's up, Dirty Sanchez? What's up? Lou Branch, Jimmy got it on lock. I think Jimmy he won't be in the building. There's no way, but he will be. I would love for him to be a part of the trading, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
One thing that is
super chat.
realized this.
I don't see a super chat.
I have not had one. The one time you want.
No, Lady Libra's asking. I sent you a super chat. Do you see it?
Do I see it? No, I didn't get a super chat.
I don't see it, lady.
No, actually, we should all see it. I've got something that's. I'm hoping that somebody does because we're doing a test here. We're doing some changing and evolving here on the set.
You just screwed it up. Whatever she did, now you can't accept super chats. So you paid.
Huh?
Oh,
he screwed it up. No, he didn't screw it up.
Yeah. Now there is no super chat.
There you go. It's been erased. All channel members are now gone and everything. Here's what's interesting. When I was listening to Dave Wannstedt and thinking about, my God, the coaches we used to have.
The good old days. Butch Davis.
Oh, man.
Wannstedt. Who
the
was
offensive line coach?
Teams coach? Who was the special teams coach too?
Dave Campo.
Dave Campo was but the special teams coach that died, he was the head coach of the Desperados for a while.
Oh yeah. Damn, I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Anyway, but they just rolled. Norv Turner, obviously.
Wise on the offensive line.
Tom Wise.
Yeah. I mean, and thinking about that, so. Jerry has this nostalgia, and I know I have it too because, for me, it's old school rap.
There's one. There it is.
Okay, it didn't do it. Okay,
yeah, it did.
What? No. Okay. Although Mike said it does take a little while. Let me know if you guys see the light flash or anything. Shout out to Twiz Digga. So at least it works on that end. We'll see if it works. The light is supposed to light up and flash and let you know, hey, you got a super chat. But I guess it didn't work. So, okay, we got to tweak it some more. But I appreciate it, Twiz. Actually, Twiz, I appreciate you dragging my name and lying about me on Dan's channel. But with Jerry, it's like me in old school. I did it. Look at it. Can you see the light is blue? I thought it was supposed to flash, but it didn't flash. But
it's hard to see because it distorts. It's I don't know if you got to drop the lighting in the room.
It might be because actually it's so bright now that I look like I'm red. Yeah. Okay, all right. So there we go. So that's it. That's it, Mike. That's it. Okay. All right.
But I
So
thought you were going to get something on the
that's
screen.
the other piece that will happen. That comes in tomorrow. So we're still working. We're still tweaking it. Okay. We're on the cutting edge here, good
You
people.
need to give
we're
me the
starting.
Cowboy Mafia thing. I can put on my stream.
Okay, I can do that.
If I'm indeed a part of that, then
Definitely.
yes. I will.
Okay, but so like I am with old school rap, when I hear old Run DMC, I say, man, they don't make rap music like that,
Yeah, we'll be
no more.
listening to that on the way to
Right.
Detroit.
So Jerry Jones, the reason why he hired Mike Zimmer was that's his old school rap. That is his nostalgia. He is looking back and saying, man, I miss those days of when I had those guys. One thing that until Mike McCarthy, they pretty much hired all their coaches from guys that have some kind of tie with the Cowboys. In-house. They would always bring back former players, to be, position coaches and things. They would end up bringing guys up, Rod Martinelli, of course, worked for, he was the defensive line coach or defensive coordinator or what? No, he was the defensive line coach for what's his name was. They brought him up and so on.
Right.
Jason Garrett, former quarterback and stuff. He always goes with guys he knows, and that's where I think that's part of the problem. Well, there's many problems with Jerry, but it's part of the problem of him constantly trying to relive the old stuff in the past instead of being on the front end. We are no longer innovators. It seems like we're always chasing. And in the same way, here it is, we're Ceedee Lamb, who should have already been paid and, not costing us as much money. We're waiting till the last minute. The Eagles, as much as I hate them, they're being creative and innovative on trying to be able to bring in more players.
I always get accused of being an Eagle, whatever. But listen,
Eagle fan?
Again, I'm going to keep it 100%. I'm not going to be a rah-rah. You're coming to the wrong guy if you want to just say, we're great, you suck, go Cowboys. Now, I'm going to call out Howie Vision in the offseason, even in there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did you?
I put on some more lights.
Okay.
No, to light me up
yeah,
more.
so, Eagles do a great job with acquisition of talent. They just do. They don't necessarily draft well, but again, that's my opinion. But I would love to have Howie moving around the draft. I got a couple emails from people that were telling me that Raiders signed an offensive tackle today, a big deal, and now that pick is rumored to be going to Dallas. So, if we move up to the 13th pick, who are we getting rid of? That's what I'm wondering.
Shout out to Kevin. He says he love your podcast. Much love, Cowboys Mafia. Lady Libra says the fight is in AT&T on July 20th, 2024. I'm assuming you know what fight she's talking about, Game Time?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be Mike Tyson versus what's his name? Jake Paul.
Oh, okay. Here's what I will say about the Eagles. The Eagles do some things better than us, and I will say we do some things better than the Eagles.
Yeah,
the Eagles are really good at free agency for the most part. Now, this past year wasn't as good as the year before, where they seemingly hit on everybody. This past year, some of the moves they made, the safety Kevin Byard didn't work out too good. The cornerbacks that they brought back didn't really work out. And I will dare say that for as much as they gave up for Jordan Davis, that I'm not sure that he is as good as you would have thought, because I don't think he can play a whole game. And we're going to learn a lot about Jordan Davis now that Fletcher Cox is gone.
Exactly.
This is where they've got all of those Georgia guys that are that defense.
We're going to learn a lot about N'Kobe Dean because he has to play this year. So again, like certain people, I won't say his name, like other media members, say, you signed Devontae Smith. That's great, but and that was the right thing to do. But your defense is still a mess. So it's gonna see what you guys are gonna do. Hopefully, most of your picks go to defense, and hopefully Howie knows how to draft linebackers and edge rushers and corners, because up to this point he hasn't really had much success drafting linebackers, edge rushers, and corners. I mean, he hasn't batted zero, but
Oh lordy! So Twiz says the nation died, so now you're a mafia.
yeah, I know.
And we got another Eagle in here. Jerry Jones doesn't play his players, only his quarterback. I will disagree because he has paid guys like Michael Gallup. He's paid guys like Jalen Smith that really didn't deserve it. He overpaid Zeke Elliott, a running back. He paid a $90 million contract after a guy's fourth year at running back. He pays people. He ends up doing it kicking and screaming, and after he's trashed them, but he does pay them.
Pay him. What's up, Marcus Blackman?
I don't believe his Dean is it. I don't think so either. I think he's a little bit small. I think even though Philly 500 thought he was going to be all pro last year and lead the team in tackles.
Well, he's going to have an opportunity. I put Dean in the same category as the Sam Williams. Now, I think Sam Williams has done more, a little bit more. But these guys are going to be put in a position to succeed. If they don't, Sam Williams won't be in a Cowboy for very long, just like Nakobe Dean won't be an Eagle. This is a good thing. It's sink or swim. What's up, Internet Junkie? How are you? He only wants to bargain deals for hurt players. Exactly. Yeah. A Cowboy will give you an early deal if he has some sort of leverage, i.e. an ACL. And most of the time, it comes back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, it has. So, that's the risk they're willing to take because money is the end-all, be-all. Angelica, what's up?
Angelica Baron with the puppies. What's up, Angelica? How you doing? Sounds like he pays Mark Holmes. No, Jerry, trust me. Jerry ain't paying me, bro. I wish he were.
Not yet.
Dean can play, but he can't stay healthy is my concern and can't get paid in the tent. You're right on that one. So as we get ready,
like Sean Lee.
Yeah, man. Sean Lee
played. He was good. I know, but
well, to me, the biggest key for the defense this year is going to be Sam
what's
Williams.
up, James Snyder? How are you, buddy?
If he can play, that's going to be huge for that defense because I still believe that part of the problem with Micah is that he's really the only one that you fear. As much as people keep saying, well, we need to play him at linebacker, I look at that and say, if you take Micah off the line, there's nobody on that line that you fear. Am I wrong? Or there wasn't before we lost players. There certainly isn't a reason now.
D-Law needs to be dealt with. He's a handful. D-Law's been a handful since before Micah, and is a handful now. He is. He's a really solid player. So I would say
better
D-Law.
Run stopper than pass rusher.
Yeah, he's not a consistent pass rusher, but he's a consistent football player that stops the run and gives you pressure in big moments. I love D-Law. So I would say D-Law. I would tell you D-Law is more consistent than Micah Parsons. How's that? How do you like them apples? Micah will screw the run to go make a sack. Be undisciplined to go make a sack. Now, Micah has all the talent in the world. So, again, if Mike Zimmer can mold him into the kind of player he needs to become, then it's going to be scary. But as of now, when, teams play Micah Parsons, like the good teams know how to play Micah Parsons. So, what's up, Angelica? How are you?
Okay, so going into the draft.
He's tired, Inked Gamer.
Going into the draft here, what's your gut feeling? What are we doing in the first round? Are we taking a quarterback?
No.
If we took a quarterback, I think we'd eventually really have to look at putting Jerry
Nobody's
Jones
saying being
the,
afraid of D-Law. But you can't run on D-Law, Inked Gamer. Stopping the run means something in this league.
And running the football.
Yeah. So, anyway, I believe that a lot of what we're hearing is a smokescreen. If a couple players drop, they're going to pick. They are desperately Everything that you're hearing about, oh, they might be in for a quarterback. That's them leaking this stuff because they want teams to want to trade with. They want teams to come up to 24 to trade with them. So it's all BS, people. They're looking to trade back. Make no mistake about it. They do not want to stay at 24 and pick. They know they want to recoup that 4th round pick. They're not going to do as much trading as I would like, but they are definitely looking to trade at least once to bail out to get that 4th round pick back. It's a long wait between 87 and 174.
You're right about that.
It's a long wait. So they want to trade down, but we'll see. But my gut tells me we're not taking a running back in the 2nd round, people. That's a smokescreen. We can't afford to take a running back early. You won't see the Cowboys take a running back before the 4th round. Book it. Book it. Book it. And
Really?
I'm telling you now, I don't necessarily believe that we are going to take a center with our first pick.
Powers has got some injury history, doesn't he?
Again, he's really good. I have a feeling that there's going to be some weird stuff happening. Do not count out.
Weird.
I just,
Are we
just
talking
look at
like
it.
UFO weird?
Well, I think that there's a chance that it may be a defensive player. But, we will be prepared as the picks come off the board. We'll see what happens, man. I'm just more interested to see if we're going to see that star pop up on the board, Mark, somewhere early in the draft, meaning,
Yeah.
that would be
Help
interesting.
me, Rhonda's in the house. And J-Rock Philly.
Rhonda, how are you? How have you been? You've been off the grid a lot lately.
No, she's been busy with her own channel, man. She's done all the
I know,
nostalgia and stuff. J-Rock Philly says Dak Prescott is out of Dallas after this season. Wahoo. Wait a minute. Hold up. I thought
Wahoo.
Dak sucks so much. Wouldn't you want him to still be in Dallas if he sucks so bad?
They know better than that. They know better than that.
Am I wrong on this? I thought that was the reason why you'd want him to still be in Dallas, because he sucks. The Alan Williams says the Joneses should pick some players in free agency. They will. It will just be after the draft. Because here's the thing. At this point, what free agent out there do you look at right now, game time, and say, man, we should sign that guy right now?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I would say give me David Bakhtiari,
Okay.
left tackle out of Green Bay.
Okay.
That's a free agent. I know he's banged up, but just as insurance. So that would give us the opportunity to take the best player. And if that is a center at 24, you take the center. You got David Bakhtiari. You got a young Asim Richards. You got a Tyler Smith you could kick out if need be. I would go out and get a left tackle. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I hear you on that one. But
you asked.
But here's the thing. Come next week, you got the draft.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Which is a week before May, which is when, if you're signing
Yes.
a bigger name free agent, that you no longer lose compensatory picks.
Yeah, I heard something today that Dallas is prepared to spend $100,000 on free agent undrafted players. No, that's a lot of money for undrafted players. I'm talking about after the draft is over, Dallas does one of the best jobs in the league with the guys they still have on their draft board that don't go drafted.
Yeah.
They will spend top dollar. Let's not forget, TJ Bass was one of them last year, Mark. TJ Bass very well will be our starting guard this year if Tyler gets kicked out to left tackle. Non-drafted.
You also say
out of
that
Oregon.
Terrence
And he's
Steele
good.
was one of those guys, too, as well as Peyton Hendershot.
Yeah. So, again, Dallas is good with that. But you're saying, I know what you're saying. Just like, let's not close the door on Gilmore. I know we've written him off, but like Mark says,
I think teams aren't in a rush to sign because of the shoulder injury, where he's still rehabbing.
But it's better for the player to wait also. Because why would you want to go to a team if they go out and draft a corner and then you go to camp and then get released? It's best for all at this point to wait till after the draft. And Dallas can. I have like Mark's saying. I think once that deadline passes, They're going to go out and get a few players to fill some holes. They cannot fill every hole with the draft. So let's not worry and go, oh my God, we didn't get a running back. Remember, this running backs is still out there. I think we'll get a running back, but I'm over the we're taking one in round 2. Do not expect them to take a running back in round 2. I think it's more possible we take a friggin' wide receiver in round 2. I honestly do. At this point, after really thinking, looking at the names, we're going to get a running back in round 4 or 5. That's the best we're going to do. So, I'm telling you, people, and I'm fine with it. Me personally.
Okay, I hear that. What are you looking forward to most on this draft trip?
What am I looking forward? Oh, I've never been to Detroit. I've never been to Kansas City, but I like the idea of being close, in a city. I think it's going to be cool. I wasn't at Philly. Were you at the Philly draft?
Me and Michael Anthony Fitness Reaction Gig Economy were there. And as
there.
much as I hate to say it, I hate to
drafts,
say it. God.
Yeah.
I walked out of the hotel on the street, and the first thing I get is, fuck you, Cowboy fans. And then they came up and said, hey.
Why, you had your cowboy gear on?
Yeah, of course I had my cowboy. I ain't scared. And they came up and said, nothing personal, man. This is just the way it is when you come to Philly. I was like, okay, cool, I think.
But let me ask you this. It's a little different, right? But I know where the art museum is, so that's kind of neat. But where did they, were you able to stream or no? Was it that jammed? Did you have elbow
I don't think
room?
I did.
You know what I'm saying? Were you standing in the street? Oh, look at the Ward family.
Ward family. Okay,
look at the light.
All right, let's see what happens with the light now. Ward family. Mark, can you book my name a room at the Red Brick House? Yeah, man. Listen, man. All you got to do is let me know you're coming down. And in fact, I got the train tracks right behind me. They have
just blew up.
They just Did it do anything?
The $50 super chat.
I'm waiting for it. I guess I thought it was going to flash a whole lot or something.
Bam.
It just kind of came on blue. So but Micah said it's like a minute delayed. So we'll see if it does anything in here. But shout out to Ward family. You just tell me when you're coming, and I'll make sure we have plenty of barbecue for you.
So cool.
But we've got a nostalgia train that just goes through the Allegheny Mountains and all that stuff. That's kind of cool. So we could always do that. Oh, then again, you work on trains all day. The last thing you want to do is see a train. I'm sure.
Now in Philly, where do they have the experience? How in Kansas City they had that big.
When you're walking, the way they did it there was, if you come from the art museum going towards the center of town, where they've got the bell tower and everything else.
Yeah.
They just basically gated. They had fencing all the way around from there, all the way around the art museum. So when you first walked in, that was the NFL experience. That's where all the stuff was for sale and things. And eventually you get to the art museum, and they took the steps, and that became the stage. Cool. Now the first night, I remember there was some literally drunk falling out Eagle fans on the street. Okay, they were just drunk.
That's nightly.
I think that they were just the regulars. And there were about 100,000 people in the crowd. We were right outside. We weren't in the stage the first night. We were right outside at the fence in there, so we could look in and see him walking across the stage. The second night, we were actually in 2 rows back. So when Drew Pearson ended up doing the whole his whole speech and things.
Defending.
It was so loud we couldn't hear what he was actually saying, because we had all these Eagle fans saying "Cowboys suck, Cowboys suck," and we were screaming "Eagles suck" back and forth with them. So it was nice. The whole setup was actually nice. And then of course it was Dallas the next year. So this will probably be similar to that, where I don't think there's a lot of green space where the stage is. Remembering that you got Ford Field, and then basically on the side of it is where the stage will be. And then there's the courthouse and police station that's right there too. So if you F up, they don't have far to take you to lock your ass up.
Right.
So
it'll be, I'm looking forward to that. Now that I know, how it is, I just, we got real lucky last year, people, with where we streamed. So I don't know that I'll be. I might do a little bit like little lives, short lives.
And
While
upload.
we're streaming. You know what I mean? But I'll be on with Mark, mainly. But I'll fire up my live and do it simultaneously
Okay.
the best I
It
can.
didn't do anything this time.
No, I know.
I think it just lights. I guess okay. Well, we will have it perfected because we got another piece of equipment that's supposed to come tomorrow to hook it up. And so by the time I get with Dan Salio on Wednesday at 3:30, that's going to be interesting because the gates of hell have now been opened, the streams have been crossed, and now we got two old heads that are going to be trashing each other's teams. So that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
The last question here is, do you think the Jones actually have a plan? Or do you think they're just playing this shit by ear?
I liken this to our government, right? Like that movie Armageddon. We have a bunch of like smart guys just in a room, just thinking up shit, right? You want to think of end of world, solutions and possibilities. Of course, they have a plan. We are just not privy to the plan. The plan is to make everybody sweat and beg for every cent that the Joneses are going to give up from their precious coffer. Yeah, I would say there's a plan. I would. I think this is all going to come together by training camp. I think you're going to see CD's deal get done. I still don't think Micah gets a deal done. That's why I said, shit, I would contemplate sitting out too, Micah. But yeah, he has another
But I think
year,
Micah,
right?
I think he's kind of said a couple of months ago, it'll happen when it happens and stuff. So I think he's got it set in his mind that, CD ain't gotten his yet. Why do I think I'm going to get mine this year? And for the
Why? Because
Cowboys,
teams but the Eagles, Micah was drafted in the same draft behind Devontae Smith. Now, I'm not saying that Mike is going to be nice enough to. That's the thing. Mike has played so well that he's going to want what he's going to want. So he's going to wait. People, Mike is going to wait. CD, I expect to get
for the Cowboys, it's actually better to keep Micah on that $5 million deal that he has this year. His deal is going to cost you more if you get him done this year, whereas CDs you'll probably get more cap relief this year.
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
and if you're Micah Parsons, you're not hurting for cash at the moment.
No.
And you know that come next year, you're going to get paid even more. And if it ends up being that the Cowboys say, you know what, we're gonna, we're not going. No, he's got a 5-year option, but
and then they could franchise him.
they can franchise him. So I mean, he knows at some point
3 more years that they have him. So,
but franchise tagging me ain't going to be cheap either.
no, but it'll be cheaper at the end because they tagged him this year. So I mean, he's a D end, so it's less than what a linebacker. I was surprised, but it is. So
yeah,
we shall see. But listen, this time next week we'll be getting ready, man. I'll be getting ready. I'll be off. I only have 4 days of work left, so I'm getting excited with that. It got warm today, man.
It got hot. It actually got hot.
It was nice. I didn't mind it. I loved it, but it got to it was 84. It was the highest.
It hit 88 out here, and
nice.
We've got the windows open. It actually, the thermostat over there said 83, I think it was. It got a little bit warm in here, but it actually feels really nice now. When you open up the windows, the air just flows through this place, and it's kind of magical. Every fan base has classless fans. Okay. Tom got 6 rings. Eagles fans are absolutely the most classless people there are on this earth. Ward family, I'm going to say that New England ones aren't much better. In that Super Bowl where it was New England and Philadelphia, that was about the ugliest Super Bowl as far as fans go that you've ever seen. It was just bad.
Yeah, I don't like doing blanket statements. Just know that if you go to Philly with a Dallas jersey, you're going to have issues. You're going to have somebody probably spit on you. For the most part, you're going to be okay. I've done it many times. I used to go with my brother, who was a big dude, and they still would start. But as long as you're not yelling and screaming and talking crap. But there's always a bunch of Cowboys fans there, so it's always normally fun. But it only takes one, people. So don't hammer a whole fan base because of one jackweed. So
I am
big
going
spank.
to.
Mark
Okay.
doesn't matter what Dallas does. Micah is gone. Damn, big spank dog. Why would you say that? He'll sit the season if he has to go to He's going to Washington.
Oh, all right. So put down the crap. Yeah, he might go someplace, but it ain't gonna be to Washington. All right. I'm gonna go through. I'm trying to evolve because being mad is not going to change anything. Being upset is not going to change anything. The only thing that's going to change.
I'm bringing lollipops for you when something goes bad. So.
Why sit here and be mad all off season when we don't know what's going to happen? We honestly
We've been down
don't.
This road before.
For the last 3 years we have all done the same thing where literally
Anthony
it's the
Barr.
worst off season ever. The Cowboys don't care about winning. The Cowboys are setting up Mike McCarthy to be the fall guy. We've heard all of those things. Dak Prescott, he's gone. They're tanking for Tua. Yeah, we've heard all of these things. These are all big ifs. But when I think about
Arch Manning,
when I think about what happened
Fedora
with the
Sanders.
Eagles, when the Eagles 2 years ago went on that run, did anybody think that the Eagles were going to be a Super Bowl team? Right?
Hell no.
No. But things lined up. They got lucky as far as health went. The players that they brought in ended up playing really
Joseph
well.
and Ndamukong Suh
Yeah.
and
So you don't
A.J. Brown and
you don't know what you don't know. If, and this is a lot of ifs, what if Diggs comes back and he's, Diggs of old? And Deron Bland now has a different coach actually he doesn't. He still has Al Harris. But what if Deron Bland learns how to cover better and still is a pick magnet? And like you said, don't count out Stephon Gilmore.
right.
You have one of the best secondaries in football right there. What if the reason for not paying $15 million to sign Dorrance Armstrong, which I think is too much.
Yeah, it is.
What if Sam Williams is, the Kraken that's getting released? What if, he is 6'4", 260 pounds, and is fast.
4'4", yeah.
And with Mike Zimmer, and if you got Mike, okay, so all of a sudden you might not be in bad shape. What if Mozzie Smith, who instead of, I don't know if you guys can hear the train? When the windows are open, you can really hear the trains. And I
hear a train
I love
coming.
it. Okay.
It's
What if
rolling around the bend.
they just screwed up with Mozzie Smith because they said, bro, you got to lose this weight, and we're going to make you a 3 technique.
And then he had the injury halfway through the year that we didn't know about. This is why. Well, I'll go ahead. Finish your thought.
But what if him going back to being a 1 technique, the thing that he knows, and putting on the weight that he has, basically what you have to be, the guy in the middle, is the guy who can hold the line.
In the mirror?
Yeah, this is what I want you to understand. When you're a 3 technique, you got to take a step forward and engage. When you are a 1 technique guy, you're getting hit by the center, the guard, the other guard. You're getting hit by the fullback. You are literally a bull in a ring, and all your job really is you need to work within this 1 yard space and not move out of it. What if he can do that, gets back up to 330?
Problem is,
What if
he's
Damone
not
Clark?
gonna be ready for a while. So
Well, okay, but we still got months before training camp.
I know.
And the thing is, it's not when you're a 1 technique guy, it's not like being a tight end where you've got all the different reads and everything else. It's not like being a quarterback, okay? You're an interior defensive lineman. You're working in this space right here. I need you, when you feel a double team, drop the anchor and don't give up space. When the guy sets up the pass block, you engage him and just try and push him a yard back. That's all I need you to do. And if you can do that, then the guard's not getting off to the linebackers, and the linebackers can do their job. What if Overshown, who showed promise, is 100% healthy, and that promise comes to fruition along with Eric Kendricks? Am I asking too much?
No, Eric Kendricks is a veteran and who knows
Who wasn't
Denver
injured
system.
going into the offseason.
Yeah, I totally think he'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know that all. Overshown's going to be fine. We got Kendricks. That was a huge signing. People want to poo-poo it. Listen, we do have Damone Clark still. We got Overshown coming back. That's going to be good, and we're going to get at least one linebacker. It may not be early. Everybody, that's
Mark, you stress me too much when you need a massage.
who?
Ultro says, Mark, you stress me too much when you need a massage. I need a
Arturo
massage.
Gomez.
I don't get
I don't
that.
know, man. He might need a massage. When we go to Detroit, maybe you go to the.
Oh,
maybe
no.
they'll have.
I'm not going to the rub and tug. Okay.
No. Dude, get your mind out of the gutter. Hotels have spas where they can
Okay.
give you a little rub down.
That's
It's all
okay.
above board.
Okay.
Here we go.
You do you, bro. Ghostface Gaming.
What? Don't, whoa. I'm not the one that the chat is saying needs a massage.
Okay.
Or-
I'm
or-
okay. Okay. I don't need a massage.
He didn't say you needed a Deshaun Watson special.
That's immediately what I thought. I was like, nah, bro.
Well, that tells me that, yeah, I'm saying. I'll hush.
All right. And so,
Danny Lunkenheimer, what's up, man?
what if Brock Hoffman is actually pretty good at center?
Yeah, no, he's not.
He's not?
He's okay. You need to get somebody else in here. Maybe TJ Bass
Okay.
could take some. He's already working in on some snaps, so I would think you'd be better off with that. Nothing against Brock. I think he's a backup. So I think TJ Bass might be a starter at center. If we end up taking a left tackle, I think we look at a competition between TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman at center. That's what I think. That's what I'm saying, Thomas Garrett. He goes right to the rub and tug.
Listen,
man.
you said when you go to Detroit, you get a massage.
Massagey Watson. Anyway.
I'm
But
okay.
yes.
I ain't got like $150 to drop on a massage, man. Nah, man, bro. Dude. I mean, we were in Jamaica and boys, let's get a couples massage. I'm like, if you want to get a massage, I don't know these people that are going to be putting their hands all over me and shit. I don't know
Just
them.
close your eyes and just close your eyes. I'm sorry.
I will
What's up,
say,
Travis?
I have never had a massage, a professional massage in my life.
No?
Nope. Have not. Other than, like where they're working on my knee
I
and
was in a
stuff like
bad
that
car
from
accident, so
injuries.
I was getting them often, but
I mean,
will tell
rehab
you-
I have, of course, when they're,
Yeah,
working
like
on
when you have one,
Mm-hmm.
you'll know. You don't realize how you need to be massaged out unless you get one. And you go, oh my God, I feel so much better. So that's been years since I got one.
massaged
I could
out.
use one. Well, you don't realize how tense you get. Especially you, man. You're in holes all day. You're under bait. You're under houses. You're.
But
That
that's
didn't
what I
sound
do, man.
good. You're in holes all day. No, but yeah, you're working. You're working with concrete.
Danny says
working
you're
with
dizzy afterwards. Ink says imagination. Well, this thing really went off the rails. I will say that much. Okay.
I know the hotel I was. Yeah, they all do, Thomas. Come on,
Okay.
man.
All right. Well, maybe you're
He
staying
ain't
at
getting
different, better hotels than I'm staying
man.
at. Then, okay.
Maybe Tracy needs to take care of him.
There you go. Tracy can give me a massage anytime.
Drop the hammer on that shit.
Massage is the best thing ever. I paid someone to give
Telling you,
hubby a
man.
massage.
Mark don't know what he's
and it was the
missing.
best thing ever. He loved it.
There's no happy ending with it. Relax. It's just
Mark,
a
go to Little
massage.
Tokyo in Detroit. They'll give you a massage. Okay, all right. A massage. Okay.
I heard if you go to the cleaners and ask for the special,
See,
then you go into
well,
the back.
I tell you
there.
what's going to be cool for me with Detroit because, see, when we first started going to Detroit for Thanksgiving, we had to go there every year because the halftime show was there with United Way. And Detroit, like 2003, 4, 5, was bad. It was really bad. It was so bad that I asked the taxi cab driver, I said, hey, man, we're in Detroit for a couple of days. What's the one thing you got to do in Detroit? You know, thinking of the tourist thing, you know, would it be
Right.
like the Motown
Hall of
Museum
Fame.
or something like
Rock
that?
and Roll Hall of
His
Fame.
thing was just get out alive, man. Just get out alive. That's all you
Really?
got to literally. I was like, seriously? And the year that the Super Bowl was there in 2007, which was to me one of the friendliest Super Bowl cities I've ever been in, was incredible because if you've been in downtown Detroit 4 months before the Super Bowl, you see all the burnt out buildings and all the vacant buildings downtown. When the Super Bowl was there, they were all pop-up shops and clubs and everything else. It's like, wait a minute, is this the same downtown Detroit I was here at Thanksgiving?
Right.
It's like, how'd they do this? But since then, the whole waterfront, there's been more casinos that have come in. The MGM's there. You've got the Hard Rock one. You got Greektown Casino. And they've redone the whole Riverwalk downtown
Jesus Christ.
What?
Your super chat. You got to read it.
Jerry needs his money for, oh, Lordy, Bobby. So, you know,
God damn.
I'm surprised that this thing didn't really go ahead, like, you know, but I
See what happens with Mark when you say about a rub and tug? Nobody was talking about that.
when you said massage, I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
massage.
I thought that's what you're talking about, man. That, you know, I was going to be getting like the New England Patriots. He got a massage down in Florida, didn't he?
Yeah, he asked for the special.
Yeah, I got
He wants the
busted.
pizza with extra anchovies. That's what you say.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
I need a large pie with extra anchovies. Okay, come back here. Come back here.
All right. Well, I know you got to deliver mail in the morning. You got
Nah,
4
I'm
more
off
days.
tomorrow.
Oh, you're off tomorrow? Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I got to go get working over there on that house and get finished with
I got
that.
4 days left. Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So
And then I'm
what
off.
do you have planned coming up here? This is the last week before the draft.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some stuff tomorrow. I got my, I'm gonna get some stuff up. Me and you recorded a little spot on CD.
First
I'll do
massage,
my
now you
morning
want to get some stuff up? What is wrong with you?
Dude, he's ornery tonight, isn't he, people?
Oh,
darn.
God.
Worry about your. Oh wait, no, I can't say that. But yeah, we're gonna do some stuff tomorrow, and then back to work Wednesday. But I got my live stream Wednesday night, Hump Day Primetime Live.
Okay.
Big Lover Boy movie. Yes, Chiz Cowboys. That's right. Pizza was with anchovies. Come on now. But yes, we got a lot going on. I just hit the 9,000 mark, so hopefully 10,000 in a few days.
I would love to see you there, bro.
Moving along steadily. Views are doing well the last couple of days, so that's good. People seem to like it.
All right,
How
so
about you?
good
What do you
people.
got going on?
Well, come Wednesday at 3:30, we're going to be trying something with Dan Salio. I'm going to be going on his show, but we will be simulcasting it live here on my channel. We're going to be talking about the draft and problems with the Cowboys and problems with the Eagles and an outlook. So we're going to be, you know how we do. I just kind of like show up and see what's going on. Of course, Cowboys Mafia will be in full effect, getting ready for the draft. I'm looking forward to it. I need a good guys trip. Pause.
Yeah, I don't know now. I got to make sure you're in the other room.
You're the one who's talking about getting massage.
No. You're the. They said
I'm
for
probably
you.
listen. I'm probably not going to sleep while we're at the draft.
I'm loose like Jello. I'm good.
Oh,
You look at me. I'm not tense at all. I'm not carrying like buckets of concrete and doing this.
I might just
a little deep tissue action.
I might just live stream 24 hours a day.
You might. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, it might be I might be sleep on the couch or something and all that, but we're still live streaming. Anybody want to see all that? No, I probably don't because I'll be snoring like crazy. All right, well, I am getting ready to get out of here. Game time. If you don't have anything
I ain't
else,
dropping shit, David Cowboy. It's the soap on the road. It travels with my man.
Angelica says loose like Jello.
The soap
good
on the
besides, they
ropes
ain't no joke.
travels
Okay.
with. Dan Saleo trolls everyone, including the Eagles fan base. Yeah, he does, Danny.
Yeah, I can't be mad at him.
He's not an Eagle fan either, so that'll be interesting. Him all of a sudden taking the Eagles. He shits on the Eagles 24/7.
No, he does. Well, listen, he does it. He is more like the realistic fan as opposed to
I'm
Joe
like
the fan.
Cream Corns with.
See, some people want to just hear what they want to hear. Okay. See, and this goes back to how
He says Jalen Hurts sucks. He says Nick
Doesn't he?
Sirianni stinks.
well,
He
he's
says
on the hot seat.
that
Is he lying?
I'm just telling you that he's not an Eagle fan. So it'll be interesting to see what angle this
Hold
is all
on.
going to come
We all
out
say
of.
Jerry and Stephen Jones suck, but we're still Cowboy fans. How's that
He's
different?
not from Philadelphia. He just has a show.
I'm not from Philadelphia. Are you from Dallas?
He's not an Eagle fan.
Okay.
That's all I'm telling you. He doesn't root. He says it all the time. He doesn't root for anybody. He likes to, he don't. He just likes to shit on everybody, basically. So get ready. He gonna shit on you. He shit on you, Philly. Get ready.
All right. Okay. So
It'll be fun.
So you tell me
I'll
wear
be
a
working.
raincoat,
I'll have
huh?
it in my ear.
I'll wear.
It'll be good.
All right. I'll wear a raincoat and have an umbrella. So when the shit starts flying.
Tell him,
can
Twiz. Don't even. He's not an Eagle fan, is he? Unless I'm wrong. Maybe he is.
He says he is, but he's critical of them. We have Cowboy
Critical?
fans. Critical, or at least looks like it. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong about Jalen Hurts. Do you think Jalen Hurts is as good as Eagle fans think he is?
No.
So how is
But
it that he's shitting on him? He's telling the
Well,
truth. Do you
he
think Nick
shits on
Sirianni?
everybody.
Okay, Count Dracula. Do we think that he's a great
I
coach?
don't like him either. I'm the one that told you I like him because he shits on the Eagles. I like him. I'm just saying he's not an Eagle fan. That'll be interesting.
He
I
played
just-
for the Bucks. Okay,
He played for Dallas. He
and
played
he
for
played
Oakland.
for
He
Dallas.
played for Detroit. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and he went to the U with Michael
Yes.
Irvin. Okay, and The Rock.
He's from the Boston area. I think he lives in Connecticut, actually, Thomas. I don't know where he's from, actually. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like both of you, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I had no idea what to expect when he was literally shitting on me. That videos of Mark Holmes. I don't know who the hell Mark Holmes is. And when we got on there, it was actually, to me, I thought it was good content because we were actually having real conversations about what I see with the Eagles. And he'd say, okay, that's kind of, I didn't think of it that way. And the same thing, vice versa. The thing I will say is that he does is he will tell you the truth. And the truth actually hurts more. That's the problem. When you don't, and that's the thing, because see, and this is where I still say fantasy football has ruined people's perception on what you can do with football. Because it's real easy just to say, well, I'm going to trade this guy and plug him in, and that way he's going to be a winner. But it's not that simple when it comes to actually doing that on the field. A player is in a different system. He's got different calls, different signs, okay, or different philosophy all the way around. He may not have the same players around him. Look at Alvin Harper versus, with being with the Cowboys or being with Tampa Bay. He looked like two totally different people. So it's not as simple as fantasy football makes it out to be. And that's the thing. And in the same sense, I hate to say it, this world now is expecting everything handed to them right now.
Oh, I know about that.
It was funny because I saw on Instagram or Twitter or something or other, this woman got a buku amount of money because she's a single mother and trying to show how her and her 3 kids made it in a 2-bedroom place. My mother was one of 11, and the house that she grew up in had 5 rooms for 11 kids. Okay. When I grew up, I had 4 brothers and sisters, and we had, until we put the addition on, 3 bedrooms. You know, it was like we were used to sharing a room. You know,
Yeah.
you had bunk beds and stuff. It's like, oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world because they got 3 beds in a room. It's like that's what we used to do. But now it's like, oh, everybody got to have their own room and they got to have their cell phone and you can't say nothing. Sticks and stones we can't break my bones. Remember that kind of shit. Now every word you get cussed out and oh my God, how could you say so? It's like, man, that's it. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I guess I'm just too old.
No.
Well, with that being said, we've gone off a tangent here. I want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Unfortunately, Twiz Digga is the only one that got the light to come on. I thought it was supposed to change colors depending on the super chats, so we're going to have to tweak it a little bit here. But look for some new things here with Jobu Sports as well as my man Game Time as well. So, that being said, you've been talking about shitting on people. Then let's end it with that.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate. They shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate. They shit on you.